I did protest furiously. It did no good.
Dartmouth's history inspires Orozco to paint the epic of American civilization. The 24-panel mural explores the America's indigenous past, its conquest by Europeans, and the coming of the modern industrial age.
Somewhat radical. I mean, more so than most of the campus would be familiar with, probably, or comfortable with.
Yes. If they're the murals I think of that I've only heard of as being the really controversial ones, then yes.
Yeah, I do, because it's definitely about oppression and kind of the going against the man and the they and the, yeah.
Definitely, yep. Well, not necessary. It certainly helps fuel critical thinking.
I don't think it's necessary, but I think it definitely helps to rile people up about a cause.
Yes, I do.
Definitively.
Probably because it provides like an opposing viewpoint.
Yes.
Not necessarily. I think you can be critical without seeing radical ideas.
No, I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's one way to do so. I think art is probably the most user-friendly way to promote radicalism.
Certainly. I think art is the best way to express everything.
I feel like art might be one way to express radical ideas, but I don't know if that's necessarily the avenue that will kind of create the most exposure. I don't feel like everybody necessarily looks at art for, a political agenda.
Definitely, because I think it's a good way of portraying it without, it's like not violent, it's just a really, creative way of doing it, and it can affect a lot more people that way, because I think people can understand it.
I don't think art in and of itself will create radical ideas, but art definitely can be one medium through which we can learn radical ideas. So things like paintings, like I don't know much about art, but I know like Francisco Goya or like some other radical artists who kind of provide new knowledge for us through their artistic genius. So in that sense, I think art definitely can be one way we can develop our radical ideas.
Yeah, it can be. I think any form that gets a message or idea across, if done well, anything that's done well will be a good form through which to express ideas. So if it's a good piece of art, then yeah, it can be a good way to express ideas.
A pretty well-defined movement was started that we should follow the example of Rockefeller Center and destroy the murals, and thus rid ourselves of the affront to all of the decency for which the college stands.
Dartmouth was founded as an Indian school, to be sure, but to impose our culture on their culture.
I suppose that when I think of what I face and what I love, I shall be seeing the horrible, grinning skeletons of intellectualism against the lovely brown muscles of the man working his maze.
I want to register my utter disgust at the Orozco paintings, which in my opinion are hideous in themselves and violate ordinary good taste.
In the end, the college defends Orozco's right to paint as he sees fit.